Welcome back for another episode of NBA 2K14. And you see that in the last episode, you saw the San Antonio Spurs dominate the Houston Rockets by 17, 117 to 100 as the Spurs will live to fight another day. They will be forced this do or die game back in H-Town. For San Antonio, Tony Parker 20 points, 8 assists, Tim Duncan 18, Manu Ginobili 17, Kawhi Leonard 13, Stephen Jackson 12, Michael Beninelli, Tracy McGrady 8, Michael Beninelli, Boris Diaw, Splitter 7, and the rest of San Antonio. On the other hand, for the Houston Rockets, James Harden and Jeremy Lin share 19, Chandler Parsons 12, 11 points for Aaron Brooks, Francisco Garcia, Amir Ash at 10, and Patrick Beverly at 9. The rest of the San Antonio. The Spurs will stay alive, will be forced to Game 7 back in H-Town. So we're going to Game 6 here in Madison Square Garden in New York City, as the Miami Heat are now one win away and looking advances to the fourth straight Eastern Conference Finals, led by LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Looking advances to the Eastern Conference Finals, or will be the Miami Heat or will be the New York Knicks trying to force this Game 7 back in Miami, led by Carmelo and J.R. Smith. So for this game, they will have the same jerseys, the Heat in the black, the Knicks in the white. So for now, game number 6 starts now. Enjoy here at MSG. Going sending Kevin Harlan here in MSG. Let's get started. Enjoy. Starts now. Goodbye, and we are moments away. Tip up, it's on. Let's do it.
Welcome, basketball fans, to 2K Sports. I'm Damon Bruce. A hard-fought Eastern semifinals going to Game 6. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the New York Knicks. I'll catch you later for the halftime show.
As the playoffs continue, the action intensifies. 8 teams eliminated, and now the true contenders begin to emerge. Nothing can be taken for granted, and those not ready for the next level will be the next to go. This is round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
We've got an electric crowd in a sold-out arena here in New York City. It's Game 6 of the Eastern Conference semifinals here. Welcome back to the postseason action. It's heating up, folks. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, this is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting 5 for both teams. One of the guys we'll be watching out for today, Amari Stoudemire.
And one of the plays we're going to see with him a lot is the pick and roll. He's tremendous both as a screener and you don't see him whistle for a lot of moving screens because his positioning is solid and his timing is right on the money.
And you know what? He's like a tank when he's coming down the lane. Lay into him as hard as you can. You're not going to be able to knock him off balance.
Take a look at New York. It's a win or stay home as they look to keep their raucous crowd to help propel them to a final Game 7 on enemy ground.
Well, they'd have loved for this to be a clinching game so they could do it in front of their home fans, but they're still in good shape. I definitely like their chances to win this game and go on to win the series.
You know, I think if you asked them before the series if they'd be happy with the position they're in right now, they'd have taken it. It's still anybody's series.
And here is Chalmers after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. Bosh against Chandler. Floats one. LeBron dishes the buck. It's stolen by Anthony. Feeds it to Smith. Finishes the pick to the Smith.
That is a quick pass. Pretty good in transition. That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Now, here's Chalmers. Bosh kicks to LeBron. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He would not be denied on that one, no matter what the defender threw at him.
Yeah, he needed just a little more effort to make that stop.
I don't know. I don't think any amount of effort would have done it. That guy was flying to the hoop. Very well done. He is a confident, dynamic scorer.
New York on team. It's a three-point game to start a new streak after losing on Monday.
And that's the kind of loss that sticks with you for a while, guys, because they were probably the better team that night, and they just couldn't put the game away.
You know, Steve, you'd almost rather get beaten by double digits than know you should have won it, but didn't.
Here's Smith. After the made shot from Haslem. Smith with it. Wade picks him up. Stoudemire attacking. Good.
4 straight makes out the gate. That's a sweet start.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. For Miami, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game. Wade passes to Chalmers. The dish to Haslem. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Kamon Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And that one's good. Chalmers has got 5 now.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Here's Anthony. And again, it's New York.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight points to start this game.
Well, he would have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. And Chandler sends it back. Shumpert dishes to Stoudemire. Back to Shumpert. On the wing, Chandler. The leader falls for it. That was a difficult shot.
Good job there recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Mike Woodson gave me a moment to catch up with him. I asked him if he thinks he'll be able to muster the energy and effort it takes to win 2 straight elimination games. He said, sure, but we're not going to win 2 games at once. We can't think about Game 7 yet. We have to win this one first. Pretty smart advice, Dave.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
Yep, it's been a clinic at that end of the floor, no question.
Wade kicks to LeBron. And the rejection by Stoudemire. Here's Haslem. Banked in off the glass. Haslem's got his second basket.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Grego, he's checked in for Bosch. Lewis comes in for Udonis Haslem. Shane Battier is checked in for LeBron. And it's Allen in for Dwayne Wade. Here's Prigioni, defended by Cole. Prigioni passes to Shumpert. Stolen by Lewis. Takes it out with both hands. And rips it down.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
So it's the Knicks now. Following the score by Miami. Shots good from Bargnani.
Well, he got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, man. He can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Stolen. And a fast break now for New York. And finished off by Martin.
How about that nice 1-2 punch there? That great defensive play and, of course, it leads to the great basket in transition.
Love the attacking style there, Steve.
They can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they need to play it smart. Make sure you get a good shot first, and then maybe a second possession.
Cole's shot is good.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
Here's Prigioni, defended by Cole. Shumpert dishes to Prigioni. World peace. And again, New York with the triple.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just look at assist as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
And Cole kicks to Allen. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
That's a poor possession. You just give away the ball with a sloppy pass.
Eight seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And Prigioni kicks to world peace. Here's Martin. An amazing finish with the hand right in his face. There it goes. Can't get it to go. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Knicks lead by 9. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And we welcome you back here to the broadcast of the Eastern Conference semifinals. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
They've got world peace. Martin is out there with Bargnani. Then it's Earl Watson. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard. There, the group in New York will start the second one. Now, here is world peace. Watson kicks to Hardaway. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. Hardaway has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for New York. Here's Cole. He's covered by Watson. Passes it to Jones. Good on the triple. Jones has got his first 3 points of the game.
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. When he can play off of his teammates and find openings on the perimeter, just catch and shoot. Got a quick release. Beautiful stroke.
He does such a nice job of getting himself squared up and in perfect position before the ball gets there, preparing before the pass.
And here is Allen after the three-pointer from Watson. Cole's shot is good. Cole's got his second bucket tonight.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Watson gets a screen from Bargnani. Watson with it. Oden picks him up. And that's good from Bargnani on the assist from Hardaway. Bargnani's got his second bucket. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. A different look for New York. Tyson Chandler is checked in for Bargnani. Stoudemire comes in for Kenyon Martin. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Metta World Peace. Here's Cole. Pass to Allen. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Jones for three. And the Heat, another three. The Knicks leading by 9. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Chandler. Spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
Cole, the pass to Anderson. It's Jones on the way. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Cole's shot is good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Here's Anthony. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. And it's 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
To me, that's the key to any game. Who can win the battle in the paint? And right now, they've got it going.
New York calls timeout.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
Bosh is checked in for Miami. LeBron comes in for James Jones. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Chandler with a screen for Felton. He kicks to Smith. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Boy, that was a pretty feed from Raymond Felton.
Miami with the ball. Trailing by 10. Chalmers with it. He has 5. Chandler with the steal. Deep 2 from Anthony. And again, it's New York.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
Great quality, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
Here is Felton. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Chandler with the screen on Chalmers. Felton dishes to Chandler. He used that pick to get in close.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, 10 of the last 12 points have come from close range, so I agree.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them like it.
The Heat making a switch here. Haslam's checked in. Felton with the ball. Now defended by Mario Chalmers. Way open up there. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
That bucket in no time at all.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
He feeds it to Chandler. Felton. And the Knicks hit it in from deep.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Here's Haslam. That's blocked. Anthony kicks to Stoudemire. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. LeBron with it. Now Chandler defending. Throws it up high. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better. The pass? The catch? Or the slam?
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above.
It's stolen by Haslam. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And the rejection by Smith. The drive by Anthony. And the shot is good.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Wade kicks to Chalmers, who is outside. And Bargnani sends it back. And they get it better. And that does it for the first half of... It's the Knicks. They lead by 11. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is in full swing. This is 2K Sports. New York leading against Miami. They're fighting off being eliminated in this series. They're desperate to force a Game 7. A phenomenal performance by Carmelo Anthony. How's that for a shooting percentage? 100. Yes, 100% from the court. Not too bad. And a tough matchup, but the Heat staying afloat. They've been getting roundly outplayed up to this point, and they'll need a bounce-back effort to make up for it in the second half. A nice start for Mario Chalmers. He's got 8 points, and he's been able to provide some nice assists as well. That'll be all for us here at the studios as we head back to the start of the third quarter with Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris. Thanks so much for joining me.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And thanks for tuning in as we get back to the action of our broadcast here of Game 6. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Well, we've got a moment left up the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Haslam and Bosh up front. Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And it's LeBron in at the 3 slot. Here's Wade and Chandler with the block. Anthony drives in. Right through the knee for the layup. Anthony's got 17 now.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
New York leading by 13. Outside, Felton. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got his 3rd assist on the night.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Now here's Bosh. The drive by LeBron.
Hammer time! Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the...
And out, what brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. New York moving the ball around. Smith off a pick from Stoudemire. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The drive by LeBron. Anthony on him. And Haslam kicks to LeBron. Blocked. Now the feed to Chalmers. The pass to Haslam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Anthony against Bosh. Anthony, the pass to Smith. That one falls, falling off Anthony's feet. 10 points for J.R. Smith.
Season's still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Hensley. Deep pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
New York leading by 15. Anthony drives in. And that one's good. Anthony's got 4 this quarter.
You gotta like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. The Heat trail by 17. Here's Chalmers. 8 points for him. That's good from Battier on the assist by Chalmers. Chalmers has got his 4th assist in this one.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock, and they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Here's Prigioni. Shumpert dishes to Prigioni. Back to Shumpert. There's the triple. And again, New York with the triple.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. It needs to become a bigger part of the offense. That's decent defensive work, but it's going to take a little more than that, Kevin. They got to raise their bar.
He knew exactly how to attack.
Yeah, he sure did. He knew exactly what he wanted to do there.
What a phenomenal dunk, though. I mean, in the end, he just made the play and took off.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Lewis comes in for LeBron. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Rejected by Bargnani. Launches it. And again, Miami with the triple.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Now, here is Martin. From outside the arc. Good on the shot. Prigioni's got himself on the board with 3 hits.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Here's Battier. No good. Great tee that time from World Peace. Bargnani passes to Martin. It's stolen by Wade. And the whistle goes. It's going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Here's Cole. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play.
This seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. It's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Felton dishes to Stoudemire. Back to Felton. Stoudemire setting the pick for Felton. Smith outside. Shumpert takes a 3. Anthony Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. And Cole kicks to Battier. And he pops in the layup off the glass. Battier's got 4 this quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. Maybe they...
absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
And a new group in for the Heat. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Haslam. Bosh comes in for Rashard Lewis. LeBron's checked in for Shane Battier. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Smith against him. Bosh kicks to LeBron. Heat moving the ball around. A three from Chalmers. And the Heat, another three.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside jumper. Outside for Felton. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, the shot's been pretty accurate today, but he has not had his usual share of opportunities.
LeBron kicks to Chalmers. The pass to Bosh. LeBron outside. Here's the three. That's good. LeBron's got 11 points.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page. This is what happens. You are not going to see a better rhythm shooter than him.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Knicks running away with it. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And thanks for joining us once more as we get set to continue our coverage of the Eastern Conference Semis. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Knicks.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
Pablo Prigioni is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Martin. And it's Chandler in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Prigioni. The Heat getting the bucket. The drive by Anthony. Back to Hardaway. Leaps for it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Udonis Haslem is checked in for Miami. Anthony up on top. Covered by LeBron. Martin with the bucket. Now here's LeBron. Shot's good.
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And here's another thing I've noticed. Sometimes at the defensive end, he'll come out of nowhere to make a play on the ball, blocking a shot from behind when the shooter had no idea he was there.
Here's Chalmers, following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Bosh, and there's another one for the Heat.
As soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Pass to Hardaway. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 6 assists in the game. And the Heat call time here. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
A different look for New York. Bargnani is checked in for Chandler. Stoudemire comes in for Kenyon Martin. And it's Felton in for Pablo Prigioni. Now, here's Chalmers. The drive by LeBron.
He's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Heat trail by 16. Bosh a screen on Hardaway. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. And again, Miami with the triple.
boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Felton goes in. Out to Hardaway. There's the three. And it's good. And the Knicks lead by 16.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots. He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Here's Felton following the basket by LeBron James. And Stoudemire gets it to go.
Good defense, but gotta love the finish with the finger rolls over the top.
He dishes it to Haslam. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one is on Stoudemire.
Talk about a terrific game for Haslam. He has 9 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Well, that's obviously not a big number, but he's been doing some valuable defensive work for him.
A different look for New York. Chandler comes in for Bargnani. And J.R. Smith subbed in for Hardaway.
And at the free throw line, it's all about consistency. Same routine, same stroke.
Now here's Hampton. The leaner inside. And there's another one for the Knicks.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
A drive by Wade. And Stoudemire with the block. Haslam, the pass to Chalmers. Kicks it to Haslam. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets... Second call.
Inexcusable mistake for a team that's trying to get back into the game.
Yeah, I have no clue what he was thinking about there. As a matter of fact, he may have had his brain in neutral.
Now, here is Smith. Puts up a three. Hits the bucket. Smith's got 9 points now in just the second hit.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Now they're feeling confident, and they're in a good flow offensively, so why not just keep firing from out there?
And the first one goes. A different look for Miami. He doesn't get the second one. The Heat trail by 20. Inside. Cole's shot is good.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
The Knicks have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Here's Felton. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Knicks lead by 20.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
Here's Jones. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little too late.
Stoudemire attacking. Good!
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Here's Cole. Here's Battier. And Chandler sends it down. And they're able to recover. Dishes it to Cole. Tries again. 6 to shoot. And he sinks the layup.
Yet another bucket in tight for him. That's how he's earning his points today.
Smith outside. Gets it to go.
They're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
And nothing you can do to salvage this one at this point. Game over.
Not anymore. Any chance they had is gone.
I'm not sure what he was thinking about there. That's a strange foul.
Who knows? Maybe he just wanted to take a break for a minute.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Now Hardaway. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Time for us to say so long. Thanks for watching our coverage of the second round of the NBA playoffs. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long as we present the Jordan player of the game.
Another dominating game number 6, and we have two game 7s coming up. That will be a final series for semis on the line as the Knicks stay alive to force game 7 back in Miami. And for the New York Knicks, Carmelo Anthony 22, J.R. Smith 18, Raymond Felton 11, Tyson Chandler, Maurice Stoudemire 10, Tim Hardaway Jr. 8, Marigani 7, and the rest of those guys for the Knicks. And for Miami Heat, LeBron James 20, Norris Cole 15, Nicholas Hansen, Mark Chalmers 11, Jones got 8, and Battier got 7, and the rest of the Miami Heat. So we have the Knicks stay alive will be a force a decisive game 7. So we have a 2 game 7 semifinals, the two best words of sports, do or die game situation. That will be either mid Friday or Saturday. So NFL Week 4 predictions will be tomorrow night. So that will be do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and we're going to Game 7 right here in Toyota Center in H-Town, Houston. The series is tied 3-3. Game 7 of the Western Conference semifinals, with the winner advances to the Western Conference Finals today with Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks. Can Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili, the defending Western Conference champion, San Antonio Spurs, try looking for a chance to hence returning back again to the NBA Finals with a chance to end back to the Western Conference Finals for the third straight season. Will be Dwight Howard and James Harden of the Houston Rockets trying to going, and they enter the conference finals on the line. And for the second Sunday or Saturday game, heading to American Airlines Arena in Miami, featuring Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith of the New York Knicks, take on LeBron James and Dwayne Wade of the Miami Heat. So down to the finale for the final game of the series, we have our game 7 in the second round. So the second round will wrap up. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. Want to dominate here in the MSG as the New York Knicks crushing the Miami Heat, and will be forced a game 7 back in American Airlines Arena with a winner who advances the date with Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah of the Chicago Bulls. So that will do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. So once again, New York 107, Miami 87, then New York forces do or die game. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long from the Madison Square Garden at Big Apple, New York City. We'll see you either move to Friday or Saturday. Will be the Spurs and the Rockets, and the Heat in the Knicks as the NFL Week 4 predictions will be tomorrow night. So that's it. So long, everyone, and peace out. Good night, and have a wonderful day, and we'll see you move to Friday or Saturday, and we'll see you tomorrow for the NFL Week 4 predictions. Good night, and peace out. Take care, and thanks for watching. We'll see you on Friday or Saturday. Peace, and good night. So long, everyone, and enjoy. Thank you.